stop giving your womb to men that don't deserve it. Welcome back to the channel. So today there is, I guess I'll post it up here. There's something that I wanted to go over. There was a post on social media, on Facebook, that I came across. It said, I don't know what is it Lil Baby or no, it's Dababy. Okay, it's a picture of Dababy. Maybe this is DaniLeigh. I know this nigga. I know this guy, he has like a bunch of kids and a bunch of babies' mamas, but I think this is DaniLeigh. Should I let you guys read it or should I just read it out loud? Okay, well it says her. I'm expecting ... Then it says other women. Congratulations. Then it says the men. When did you get married? And then it goes back to the women. Little emoji with no mouth, I guess, saying that, you know, these women have nothing to say. And so it goes on to say that this is exactly what Kevin Samuels talks about with black women being mothers before wives. This has to stop, and we need to take more pride in ourselves. And initially, after reading it, I feel like it made sense. I don't really feel like the post said anything other than the truth. I feel like, I don't know, as a black woman, I can only speak from the black perspective. I'm pretty sure it's not just black women, but I feel like modern women today, they out here getting pregnant, okay? Marriage is no longer a goal for some women, yet women are out here having babies left and right. A lot of the time by men who don't want to be with them, by men that they barely know. And so after looking in the comments, I was kind of surprised to see that no one really agreed with none of the women agreed with the post. I don't really think I saw any men comment. Second girl says, so it's just black women being mothers before wives. And when I read that, I kind of knew that everyone after that was gonna be on some bullshit, honestly. I don't want to say black women, so I'm just gonna say people in general. People don't know how to hold themselves accountable for their shit, for their lives, for the things that they do. And it threw me off, because it's like, did you read the post? Did you read the post and process what it said, or are you just immediately defensive and trying to pick it apart instead of actually processing what the fuck it said? So she's basically saying that, oh, so now black women are the only ones out here becoming mothers before wives. And no, I'm pretty sure black women are not the only ones. But we're not talking about everyone else. We're talking about black women. And I find that people love to deflect instead of taking accountability for the shit that they do. The post is not saying that only black women do these things, but instead of taking it in, processing, and maybe seeing, well, okay, yes, I know other black women who are in this situation, instead of just black women are the only ones. We're not talking about everybody else. So that kind of threw me off. I wasn't expecting to see it, because the post makes fucking sense. So the next comment goes, how about we just focus on the fact that us black women can and have been taking care of our families since the dawn of time, with or without being married. Black women have been doing this. That doesn't mean that they should want to do it alone. Nobody wants to take care of a family by themselves, okay? It's very time consuming. It's very financially draining. Just because you can do it by yourself doesn't mean you should or that you want to, okay? I'm pretty sure most women are not signing up to be single mothers. Here we go, deflecting. She says, so are we ignoring the baby daddies before husband part? Or making them mothers before wives part? Basically ignoring the males part in all this? We're not talking about the men, we're talking about the women. We're talking about the women deflecting just deflecting everything that was said. And she says, this is an old tune that we ain't about to keep singing. The value in marriage is extremely low. It doesn't separate you from others. It's literally just papers now. Marriage does separate you. Marriage is it's literally a joint venture. You and this other person are bonded together legally to go on this journey together. Okay, so you are separate from others. That's why there's girlfriends and there's wives, there's boyfriends and there's husbands. People come up with illogical conclusions to things to make themselves feel better about their current situation, because married people are separate from single people. And yes, I do feel like today marriage is a business. Marriage is about paperwork. Marriage is about the legality of the relationship. You two belong to each other. What's yours is theirs. What's theirs is yours.
What's yours is theirs. What's theirs is yours.
And this is why I don't understand how she says that the value in marriage is extremely low. If you are married, you actually have something to fall on. You are legally bound to that person. That person can just up and leave you with the kids that y'all created to have you fend for yourself. Even if you do feel that the loyalty, the love part, the vows, the devotion part of marriage is low, the financial part is not. And then I will also say, if you're married and your husband wants a divorce, you still get child support and alimony for, if I'm not mistaken, the rest of your life. Okay, so it's not like there's no value in being married. She may feel that there is no value in marriage in a traditional sense. But when it comes to money, there's definitely a benefit.
See, what the sexual liberation movement did is it convinced women to give their bodies and to give their wombs to men without a commitment. See, marriage was created because the process of having children was such a demanding process that men sat down and said, hey, if you want to get my daughter pregnant, if you want to sleep with my daughter, you have to commit your resources and prove that you can provide for the child that comes into this world and provide for her for the rest of her life. That's pretty much what marriage was created for. But with women trying to tear down the patriarchy, they're tearing down structures that were actually put in place to protect them. What incentive do I have if you've already given me children? If I'm a man, I provide for myself, and you've given me children that I can take care of myself, what incentive do I then have to dedicate any of my resources to you as a woman? And that's what you see in a lot of these cases. Sometimes women will go, well, men don't want to take care of their children, that's why no, he's kicking you out. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to see his children. That means he doesn't want to see you.
So these two people are basically saying the same thing. Everyone wants to be married. And then she says, wives for what exactly? Ain't men the ones that propose marriage? And that lady ain't even black good. Blah, 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 blah. So she's basically saying men are the ones that propose to a woman to be married. So to her, men are the ones that want to be married and the women are not, because the men are the ones that propose. It's like a known fact that women want marriage and men don't. So I don't understand how she feels that it's different now. And this is what I say, when people come to conclusions, illogical conclusions, to make themselves feel better for the situations that they are in. Men don't want to be married, especially when they get fucked in divorce courts and child custody courts, okay? They don't want to be fucking married.
Why aren't men getting married?
Well, the bottom line is it's a raw deal. The benefits are heavily outweighed by the dangers and the risks. If you're a man and you divorce, the outcome usually favours women massively. You can end up losing your home, half of your pension, half of your wealth. You can end up not seeing your children. And studies have shown that men are more adversely mentally affected by divorce than women. And there's also a lot less support network in place.
At the end of the day, the post says this has to stop. We need to take more pride in
ourselves.
I said, I feel like most women miss the entire point of this post. All it means is stop having sex, especially unprotected, with men who don't have any real intentions of being with you long term.
Duh.
That's all it's saying. Stop giving your body, stop giving your womb to men that don't deserve it, especially unprotected. Because okay, yeah, you can get pregnant, but STDs are a real thing. They're a real thing. And I feel like people forget that. It's always about, oh, I don't want to get pregnant. You could end up with AIDS, HIV, syphilis, chlamydia. I don't think syphilis is curable. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's not just about getting pregnant, yo. You could fuck up your body. You could fuck up your uterus. You could get to the point where you can't even bear children anymore because you've had so many STDs. And I don't understand how women continue to give themselves, their body, to men who in reality they probably don't even know their name. And I hate to judge, but women, I'm not even gonna say black women, like the post said, needs to take more pride in themselves. No one is holding themselves accountable anymore. Maybe that's how it's always been, but the way you treat yourself will let others know how to treat you. And see, honestly, I feel like as soon as they saw Kevin Samuel's name, they just shut down. I wonder if they had left out his name, if the women would have received it better. This post was toward black women, and all the black women talked about everybody but black women. Odd. Yeah, so I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like I'm just saying the same things over. It's kind of odd to see that a lot of women don't think the way I think. And I don't know how I feel about that. Hope you guys like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Do you like these types of videos? Do you agree with the post? Do you agree with the women? Do you agree with what I said? Do you think that I could have made more points, different points? I want to hear it all. I'm not here to argue though, so if you're here to argue, don't even waste your time. I'm just gonna block you. You don't have to be here, so if you don't want to be here, you can leave. Don't leave any little nasty comments under here, okay? Because I'm just gonna block you. So, don't be a miserable person. Keep the negativity to yourself. I don't need it. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, please. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.